Which Hong Kong is Hong Kong? A place maybe no more than its people, but the people of your past, so long ash because there was no room to be buried, gave you no thought as they passed through. And of the people today, how do we sort those who've left from those who couldn't leave and those who choose to stay? A place may be no more than land. Today, that means a price per square foot, bodies of water daily seen but unnoticed. A soil coated in cement, sliver of sky each child sees while looking up between towers. A place may be renamed, layered over, erased. New York replanted from British York, from Roman Eboracum, over land still fought for by survivors of 5 even older nations, the Haudenosaunee, whose ancestors were made to live elsewhere. If the people leave you to make a home on a different land, then which land is you? You were a useless rock, the hybrid worst and pearl of East and West, harbor at the farthest edge where Chinese rebels, exiles, and refugees made their home. You were a home to Brits who failed in London, long before failed Europeans came to your city of corners to cut and make their pasts. You took the unwanted and unfit, the illegal immigrants, the lost and homeless, spat out from both ends of the earth, who sought a limbo between shadows. And now some even look to you with longing, a spiritual home. Some even call themselves exiles from a country that doesn't exist yet. But it's the children of all these outcasts who are raised on your breast. It's they who punch holes in their parents' cement, finding your soil, planting roots. It's they who rescue saplings torn down by the adults, who care for each drop of polluted rainwater, who bask in sunlight blocked by the high-rises their parents built, who care even for the lizards that were left injured and unfed. It is they who have no past to escape, who have only known you all their life. Theirs is not a generation of failing in one place to flee to another. They fight. They would rather die than give up their home. And when they do, they are made to float on a layer of trash above the water, to lie on cement and be still an inch away from your soil. They call themselves Hong Kongers. Bring them into yourself and bring them home. I'm going to read one more prose poem for tonight, which was written and published a year after the fishbowl riot in Hong Kong. It was originally written in Cantonese and Cantonese swear words. It's called Wai Do Lei Gon Tin Toi Gin Gua. But tonight I'm going to read the English version of it. Rooftop nation of Victoria Harbour. I recline on a 52-story rooftop, smoking, overhearing from 2 blocks away, on a 38-story rooftop, John Chen talking to himself about his aspirations, and another 2 blocks further, on a 26-story rooftop, Alan Warm watering his potted farm. In another district, on the rooftop of a 6-story walk-up, the painter Charles Lee thinks aloud, explaining to the city the potential of revolution. I stretch my head down and look, caustic neon signs, caustic headlights, caustic storefronts, caustic tourists. The street reds have been extinct for decades. I turn my head up for another puff. I don't want to go down. It's just at this moment that on the opposite 47-story rooftop, Jane Lamb jumps off with a thundering sound. I stretch my head down and look again, finding Jane Lamb downstairs at last. I turn my head for another puff, then stand up and say, hell, let's build a goddamn nation on the rooftop. A slice of silence follows. When I turn my head for another puff, I'm astonished to find Ellen Wong on a 38-story rooftop looking at me, and John Chen and Charles Lee raising their arms at me. First one, then another, then three. Thousands upon thousands of young rooftopers crawl up one by one across the city. I cast my gaze ahead at high and low rooftops, each with people standing on them, a sight without horizons. Thank you.